Hello, good evening all. um all right, we slightly look at, yeah, I forgot to turn on my Zoom. Right, 1 minute. Sorry, I forgot. Was busy just now. All right. One minute. Okay. All right. We come back to what we had done last week. Last week we do about the prefixes, and uh, deriving the unit prefixes. All these. Now this week we are going to go to the new subtopic, but before, right, we are waiting for others, right? Some other haven't entered yet. I know our tuition start 7:30, so this one I don't want to repeat already. And we kind of do one question from here, right? See whether you can do or not, right? We not you can do or not. We do it together, right? Diagram 1 show, this is the Sarat paper lah. 2021, paper 2, question number 1, in paper 2, section A, which is question number 1 shows a graph displacement against the time for the 2 racing car, right? On the straight track, right? Initially, the racing car A is starting at the line, and then B is starting 15 meter ahead from A. So if A is here, right? The whole journey, you see, from here, the A move from 0 to 20. So this is 20 meter. So the car A is moving from here. And then car B is start from here, which is this distance is 15 meter away. Right? This one, the distance will be 20 meter away. Right? This is our destination. The car A and car B's destination mean B have to travel 5 meter only, right, from the graph, right? Okay, now, as what question asks is, what is the displacement? Displacement is a best quantity because displacement, the unit is in meter, right? So meter, no time, no divide, so we call it as best quantity, right? And then the second one, that what happened to the car A and car B at the 10 second. At the 10 second, which is at here, right? Here. You see, both of them, A, I don't care, A or B, they will reach this position. This position mean, right, car A and car B will meet together or collide together. All right? You no need to write collide, all right? Pelanggaran, I no need to write. So you just write car A and car B will reach or will meet together, or you can say will reach the same destination at 20 meter, also can, right? Will meet together at 10 seconds. That's all. That's your answer. Is that okay? All right. Do I send to the wrong group? Yeah, correct. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. This group is lesser people. All right. Not some of them already moved to the Mandarin version one, but it is okay. Right. So calculate the velocity of the car. All right, car B. Velocity is equal to displacement over the time. Right. So velocity is equal to displacement over the time. Displacement over the time taken. Okay. So displacement over the time, what is the displacement for car B? Car B is only move from here to here, from here to here. So the displacement will be, velocity will be, displacement will be 5. Time it is 10 second. Alright, so this is the unit of second. This is the unit of meter. Alright, 5 meter divided by 10 second. So 5 meter divided by 10 second, what is your answer? V is equals to 5 divided by 10, you get 0 0.5 ms minus 1. Right, ms minus 1. So this is your velocity. Right, is that okay? V is 0 0.5 meter per second. Alright, I hope you're okay. So it is about 7:30 already, so we are going to start our lesson today on how how to find what is scientific investigation. Right, this is the one that we have learned last week, right? And here we are going to see now scientific investigation. All right, we are going to do a plan for the experiment when we see some situation. So in this situation, what will we do? All right, so now we are going to go to, first of all, we are going to see the graph. Right, in this graph here, there is a lot of information here. So we normally call the graph here, it is analyzing of data. Analyzing of data. Right, when we do the analyzing of data here, so there is a lot of relationship between the graph. All right, so I want you to memorize few, which is important one. Right, first of all, we are going to see this one first. Right, this one, relationship of the graph. It will ask in the paper 3 for 1 mark. Really ask you about what is the relationship. Later, after you plot the graph, what is the relationship? You have to tell me. All right, so you see the y-axis, this one is y-axis, this is the x-axis. All right, so this one, the graph is going through the 0. When it go through the 0, you see it go through this 0 at here. It go through this point, June go through this point, right, at origin. Right, this 0 are origin, this point is origin. So we can call it as y is directly proportional to x. This is y, this is x. So we are going to call it as y is directly proportional to x. Y is directly proportional to x. Right, you can call it this way. Let's say this is not y, all right, this is not y, so this is p. All right, this is p, and then this is q. Now how do we call it? We are going to call it as, right, this one we are going to call it as p is directly mean go through the 0, directly proportional to q. You can call it this way. Okay, must go through the 0. If this one is square, all right, so what should we say? P is directly proportional to q square. You can call it this way. So go through straight line, go through directly, so we call it directly proportional. Is that okay for you? All right, I hope you're okay. Okay, now when we look at this one, all right, so this one done. All right, this one, the answer is given to you here. All right, you don't need to copy, just listen. All right, just listen. All right, okay, now why, when the y-axis here and then x-axis is here, and then it is not going through the 0, the straight line, it is not go through the 0, it go through this way but going upward. Let's say this is p, this is m, whatever, m. So I will call it as y is increasing linearly with x, or we can call it as y is linearly proportional to x. Or this one, the graph here will be P. P is linearly. What does linearly mean? Linear mean it is straight line, not go through zero. Right? Directly is go through zero. Linearly, it is not go through zero. Right? So go linearly proportional to m. Right? Or you can call it as linearly proportional or increasing linearly, even better. Increasing linearly to m. Why linearly proportional? It is not that good because linearly proportional, linearly means straight line. Just now linearly straight line. Now proportional mean it can be go up or go down. So if you say increasing linearly with m, it is more correct, more clear. The picture is more clear. All right, is that okay for you? All right, these two, the difference is one is directly proportional, the other one is linearly proportional or increasing linearly with something, increasing linear with something. So we are going to see the third one, this one. This one, the graph will look like this. Let's say this is M. This is R. Okay, whatever. So this one is the graph, right? So when this one, it is going down this way, so we are going to call it as M is inversely proportional to R. M is inversely proportional to R. So make sure you see this one, right? The line here, this graph here, it is not touching here. If it is touching here, like this, it is touching. We don't call it as inversely proportional. Must be not touching, right? Both here and here, it is not touching. Y-axis and x-axis, it is not touching. So we called it as inversely proportional. So M is inversely proportional to R. This one. Okay. So we have see through this 1, 2, 3, three graph. So we are going to see this one right now. So this one is called, what is this one called? This one is called Y is inversely proportional to X. You can see here, Y is inversely proportional to X. All right, so you look at this one. We look at this one. Now, you look at this one. This one is 1 over X. Where all here it is X, 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 and Y, Y, Y. Here is Y. Y versus X. But this one is Y against 1 over X. You see properly? Oh, probably it is very small for you to see. Right, wait, I make it bigger. Sorry. If you cannot see it clearly, let me know. All right. So what is this one called? So now this one, we got two ways to call it. All right. So I'm going to show you. So when you see 1 over, this is Y axis, this is 1 over X. 1 over X, you can call it this way. Y is directly proportional to 1 over X. I repeat, Y is directly mean going this way, going this way, go through 0 and going up this way, straight line, directly proportional to 1 over X, right? So as like this one, Y is directly proportional to X. This one is Y directly proportional to 1 over X because it's go through 0. All right, and you can also name it as Y. Y is inversely proportional to X. Now, teacher, this one is directly, yes, I know, directly to 1 over X, but it is inversely, terbalik with 1 over X. So this one is 1 over X, right? So you can call this y is inversely proportional to x. Inversely, teacher, inversely is like that. Yes, y is inversely proportional to x. It come into this way, but this one is 1 over x. So when it come into this way, you can call it inversely. Y is inversely proportional to 1 over x. All right. So now y is inversely proportional to x. Yes, I gave you, but I want to add in one more, which is you can call it as y is directly proportional to 1 over x. For this one, you can name it this way. Is that okay for you? Huh? You can name it this way. Y is directly proportional to 1 over x. All right. So this 1, 2, 3, 4, it is enough for you already. All right. Including this 5. All right. It is good enough for you. If you can memorize 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then enough. Okay. Now this one is the y. It is in this way. The graph, it is going down. And then it is a straight line and it don't go through 0. Not going through 0. So what do we call it as? So we are going to call it as y. Y is straight line. Straight line is linearly. Now it is going down, decrease, decrease, decrease. In y is linearly decrease x. Y is linearly decreasing with x, or y is decreased linearly with x. It is okay. Right? Y is decreases linearly with x, or y is linearly decreasing with x. It is okay. Right? So linear means straight line, decrease means going down. A might decrease pula. Right? So it's decreasing with x. So this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it is basically will ask in the SPM. Right? And objective, they surely one question asked about this. This, what is linearly, what is directly, what was this, which one is betul. Okay. So this 5 you memorize. And then this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, and basically we will not come out. Basically will not come out. But anyhow, this year, SPM, this year, SPM paper 3, it come out this one, right? The paper 3. So which is this one, I don't expect it to come into this way. Okay, but anyhow, so you can see this one is the graph. So I don't draw because I said this one is not so important. So you see this one, it is no a fixed shape. So it is like that, all right? So it is increasing, but not straight line. It's straight line, we can say linearly. This is increasing with x, right? This one is y is increasing with x. This one is y is increasing with x. This one also y is increasing with x, because this one is not a fixed pattern. We don't have a pattern to name it. Just name it as y is increasing with x. That's all. Okay, so including this one, it will not come out in the SPM lah, but we call it y increasing with x. How about this one? This one is y is decreasing with x, right? Y is decreasing with x. Now, of course, you ask me, Cikgu, why decreasing with x? Why decreasing with x is going down this way? Yeah, correct. Why not this one decreasing? Because this one is not touching. Not touching, then we are going to name it as inversely proportional. If it is not touching the y-axis, we are going to call it as inversely proportional. When we touch the y-axis, we are just calling it decreasing with x. That's all. All right. I hope you're okay with it. I hope you're okay with it. Now, before I explain to you what is this one, so I want to add in one more page here. Wait, Okay, I want to add in one more picture to explain to you how to calculate the gradient and what kind of the question they will ask in the exam. All right, so let's say I'm going to put it into this way. You know, this is the y-axis, right? This is the x-axis. Okay, now normally we are going to call it as this one as y-axis and this is x-axis. And the general formula will be y is equals to mx plus c if it is a straight line. So we just talk about the straight line only. Let's say the graph is looking this way. Look like this. It is look like this. So what is this? Y is mx plus c. I believe you had learned it in mathematics before. So what is y? Y is called y in y axis, and then m is called gradient of the graph. M is called gradient of the graph, and then x is called x-axis, and then c is called y intercept. Right, y-intercept. So C is the one it touches here. So this one will call C. We are going to call big C here. And this is C. And then we are going to calculate the gradient. How to calculate the gradient? So when you calculate the gradient, they must give you 2 points at least so that you can calculate the gradient. For example, you got 1 point at here normally, right? 1 point at here, and 1 point at here. Okay, so we are going to name this point is x and y. This is the point of x and y. So the coordinate is x and y. Okay, and this coordinate I also can name it as x1, y1. All right, so x1 and y1. Up to you. You want x1, y1, here x1, y1, x2, y2, okay, I don't mind. Right, so as long as you want to calculate the gradient, so you need to draw, I'm going to teach you, right? You want to calculate the gradient, so you need to draw a triangle. You need to draw a triangle. So when you draw a triangle, this one, make sure it is 90 degree triangle, make sure. Then you need to use this value, right? We call this one is delta y. This one is delta x. The difference of here, wait, teacher, where is the delta y? Delta y is here. Delta y is here. The difference of here. Mean y1 minus y. Delta y. This is delta x. x1 minus x. Now you can calculate the gradient. Okay. Now, how to calculate the gradient? So we are going to see one example, right? And I don't want to take example like that. Okay, I just take it into this way. You can see it this way. Let's see. You no need to copy it because this one I will send it to you. Right? If you want to copy, it is okay. All right, you just copy. Make sure you copy, and then you still can listen. All right, you still can catch up. All right, let's say here I take this one as 3. Right, this is money. Right, I like money. You also like money. Everyone like money. Right, so how much money do I have? Right, this is the time. In day, in day. Right, this one is ringgit Malaysia in RM. How much money do I have in RM? Ringgit Malaysia. Now this is a day 0, right? Let's say, now what is this gradient mean? Right, what is this y mean? What is this x mean? What is this c mean? So I will explain one by one to you. What is this one? Now, first of all, you need to understand. All right, let's say I tell you, right, how much money do we have? All right, at the day 0, this is a 0, day 0, right? I got 3 ringgit. I got 3 ringgit. The money that we have, 3 ringgit, right? Then my mother every day give me 2 ringgit. Day 1, right? When I go to school, my mother give me 2 ringgit. I have 3 ringgit in my hand. And then my mother give me 2 ringgit. Altogether, I will get 5 ringgit. I am going to do saving. Keep it. I don't want to spend it. Right? One day, right? The day 1, not the one day. Day 1, I got 5 ringgit. Day 2, you got another 2 ringgit your mother will give you. Right? So you'll get altogether 7 ringgit. So I can say your gradient. Gradient comes from the word of growth. 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 How much? What's the growth? What is the grade? What is gradient? What is growth? How much do you grow a day? I grow 2 ringgit a day. Every day 2 ringgit. 1 day 2 ringgit. 2 day 4 ringgit. 3 day 6 ringgit. Yes. 3 days 6 ringgit. So now I'm going to hear day 3. You plus 3 again. Sorry. 3. Day 3. You got 5 ringgit, you plus 7 ringgit, you plus 2 more ringgit, you got 9 ringgit altogether. So this one, I called it as a coordinate. Let's say 3, 9. So now I got 2 coordinate. All right, this one is 1 coordinate, 2 coordinate, 3 coordinate, and 4 coordinate. Right. So if what is this coordinate? Right. So we are going to see what is this coordinate. Day 0, day first 0 and 3. So how to find the gradient? The gradient is the growth, right? The gradient, normally we are going to use the symbol of m. The gradient is y minus y1 or y1 minus y. This one minus this one, 9 minus 3. Divide by this one minus this one, 3 minus 0, 3 minus 0, which is 6 divided by 3. This is 9 minus 3, 6. 3 minus 0 is 3. So 6 divided by 3, it is 2. You get it as 2. Alright, you get it as 2. Alright, 2, what does 2 mean? 2 mean your gradient, your growth. Your mother give you every day 2 ringgit. 2 ringgit, Alright. Now, if a teacher, I want to take this point. Alright, this is 1, 5. Okay, up to you. Up to you. 9 minus 5, m is 9 minus 5 over 3 minus 1. 9 minus 5, it is 4. 3 minus 1, it is 2. 4 divided by 2, you get 2. Same. No matter what you count, the gradient will be the same. Alright? The gradient will be the same. Now, if you know, okay, now, why do we use y is equal to mx plus c? Okay, now, we got the gradient of 2 already. Right? Y is equal to mx plus c. Y is how much money do you have? Right? So the day 4, I don't know how much I have, right? But the day 3, I got 9. Day 4, I should grow 2 more ringgit. Should be how much? I don't know. My maths lousy, right? So y is my money. How much? I don't know. M is your growth. You grow every day 2 ringgit. X is the day 4. Plus C. C is the original, the day 0. How much do you have? 3 ringgit. 4 times 2, add plus 3. Oh, I got 11 ringgit here. Yeah, 11 ringgit. That's what you have. That's why we use y is equal to mx plus c. Y is equal to mx plus c. So how to calculate the gradient and what is y is equal to mx plus c, I roughly tell you. Right? Hope you are okay with here. Alright, you don't need to copy, I just explain only. I explain this one to you. Now, here, what are you going to see is now I'm going to take some example from here. Right? So here, now let's say I'm having a graph, right? Whereas this one is y, this one is x, and then this one is origin, right? This is 0, And let's say this is the number of 5, right? And then I got a coordinate at here. This coordinate, I take this coordinate as, let's say, 5, 15, right? 5, 15. This is my coordinate. This coordinate you need to know as 0, 5. You need to know it is 0, 5. So I want to make an equation. How to make this equation? So this equation, we know that y is equals to mx. Y is equals to mx plus c. Right? So I need to find the m gradient. Right? So I will do the gradient at the side here. Right? How to find the gradient? M. M is equals to y1 minus y2 or y1 minus y, right? This y 15, this y is 5, right? 15 minus 5 over 5 minus 0, right? This coordinate is, I give you the coordinate. The coordinate here will be, this coordinate here will be 0, 5. You need to know. So what you need to do is you are going to take this value minus this value over this value minus this value. 15 minus 5, 5 minus 0. Okay? So 15 minus 5 over 5 minus 0. So 15 minus 5 over 5 minus 0, it is equivalent to, m is equivalent to 15 minus 5, it is 10. 10 over 5, it is 2. Here, I don't give you unit. If letter got unit, you need to put it in. Right? 2. So, I come back to here. Y is equal to mx plus c. Y. M, it is 2. X, it is x. Plus c, it is 5. This is my equation. Y is equal to mx plus c. Alright, I hope you're okay. Okay. Alright. Now, I take one more example. Alright. If you want to copy here. Right. This is y. I don't want to call it as y. Right. I call it as t squared. Right. T squared. Right. T squared. And then this one, I'll call it as a q. Right. Q. And then this one is going downward this way. Not this way. Alright. So I'll take this coordinate here. Right. I give you the coordinate of this one. Right. Let's say x is 0. Y it is at. Now c it is at already. Right, we know. Right. This coordinate, let's say 4, 1 or 4, 2. Let's say 4, 2. This coordinate. So first of all, I want to find the gradient, right? You see this one is going downward, so the gradient will be negative. Mean this one, the gradient is going upward, it is positive. This gradient, it is negative. Right? Later you calculate, you will see m is equivalent to 8 minus 2. Right? Or 2 minus 8 also can. I don't mind. If you use this 2 minus 8, must be 4 minus 0. This coordinate minus this coordinate, and x coordinate here will minus x coordinate here. You cannot this one minus this one and then this one minus this one. No. Okay? So if you take this one at minus 2, it is at minus 2 over 0 minus 4. Right? Then how much is the gradient? Gradient, it will be 6 divided by 4. 6 divided by 4, your calculator, you get 3 over 2, right? 3 over 2. 6 divided by 4, you get 3 over 2. That's your gradient. So you got the gradient already. So now we are going to put it into an equation, right? Now you see, teacher, 6 over 2, it is positive or negative, right? Positive. This one is going down, mean you are wrong, no? Right? Mean I am wrong, not you are wrong. Mean I am wrong. So this one is going to be negative. So it should be 6 divided by negative 2, which is you get negative 3 over 2. Baru betul. Okay, be careful. The gradient is going down, which is negative. So you must get your gradient as negative value. So we are going to write the equation. Y is equal to mx plus c. Y is mx. What is your y? What is your y? Y is t squared. T squared. M it is negative 3 over 2. Negative 3 over 2. I write it into this way. No. 3 over 2. X. What is your x? What is your x? X is q. Q. Plus c. C is add. Right? So get this. Negative 3 over 2q plus add. Negative 3 over 2 is your gradient, q. Q is your x. C is your y-intercept. That's what you get it. That's how you get it. Alright? So basically, it works into this way. Then I will tell you how to memorize it and what will be the answer of this. Now, gradient going upward, I mark my student tick this way, alright, correct, positive, right? Salah, I do it this way, Salah, right? This one Salah, then this one is negative, the gradient. If you see this one, the gradient is negative, no need to see. You see this one, the gradient is positive, right? So as this understanding, alright, so we are going to take one question here, like for example, wait. Something like that. Okay. Now, this one is, let's say V. This one is B. Right? This one is V squared. Right? Whatever. B squared. Right? So, what are we going to write? Okay. You see? Now we got A, let's say A is A is V squared is equals to 2x plus 2b 2b plus 5. B, V squared is equals to negative 2b plus 5. C, V squared is equals to 2b minus 5. D, V squared is equals to negative 2b minus 5. Which one is my answer? Which one is my answer? Right. So, I'm going to write y is equals to mx plus c. Y is mx plus c. Y. V squared. M, I don't have it. Don't have. Right. X is B. Plus C. C, I also don't have it. They don't give me. But I know this C. C is y-intercept. It cut Positive or negative? It cut positive or negative? This C. This C, it is positive or negative? Right, answer me. This C, it is a positive or negative? This C, it is a positive value or negative value? Positive value or negative value? Huh? Answer me. You can type in the chat room to answer me. Answer me. Positive value or negative value? This one. This C. Intersect. Yeah. Intersect. Intersect. It is positive value or negative value? Huh? Come on. Positive value or negative value? Right answer. Try to answer me. Positive value or negative value? What do you think? Huh? It is positive or negative? See? You see this one is? This one is 0. This is under here. So it will be a negative value. Negative, 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 positive, positive. Oh, negative 5. I know negative 5. Right? C is negative. Yes, negative. Hmm? Hmm. Hmm. Good. Okay. Now this one is. This one is. Now the gradient like that going upward. The gradient going upward like this stick. Like this stick. Like this stick. Positive or negative? Right. So I want to see the gradient. Right. The gradient here. Gradient. Positive or negative? The gradient like that. Positive or negative? Positive or negative? This gradient like that. Come on. Positive or negative? No? Should be this one is going upward. Should be a positive value, right? So positive value left 2 and negative 2. 2 and negative 2. So we are going to take it as 2, right? We're going to take it as 2, 2, right? And then 2. And then this one is negative 5. We know it is negative 5. So this one, y is equals to m going up positive x plus c. C. So answer is C. Is that okay? Huh? Is that okay for you? So this one will be, I forgot what else. V square is equals to yx plus 2. V square is equals to negative 5x plus 5b my plus 2. This one is x. V square is equals to phi x phi b minus 2 and v square is equals to negative phi b minus 2, right? So which one is the answer? Right, let's say this is A, this is B, this is C, this is D. So I rearrange the answer, right? So which one is the answer? So v square is equal to positive phi, positive phi, right? Positive value. And then C is negative, positive and negative. So answer here will be B. C. I'm sorry. It will be C. Are you okay with this? I hope you're okay. All right. So now we are going to move to here, right? So just now I taught you how analyzing graph to get the gradient. So y1 minus y2, x1 minus x2, it is the same, all right? Or y minus y1, x minus x1, all right? It is the same. So this one I taught you already how to get it. Now, how about this one, right? So this one is area under the graph. Area of triangle is half time base time height. If triangle, if trapezium, then it will be half time a two side that is parallel time height. This one you learn in Form 3. And then this one is rectangular. Rectangular is height time width. Height time width. It is your answer, right? So now this one I'm not going to teach you how to get the area, and in chapter 2 we are going to go in detail on how to get it. So this one is the one that we have. Now I am going to tell you, all right, how to plan the experiment. How are you going to plan an experiment for when you see a question, all right? So first of all, in SPM they will ask you two things, right? The first two things that they will ask you is what is inference, right? Inference, and what is hypothesis. Inference and hypothesis. And how are you going to answer, right? Inference and hypothesis, what's the difference? So inference is you see some information and then you relate it with your you are going to relate it with this way, right? So now RV is affected by MV, right? You are going to write into this way, right? What is RV? RV is responding variable. Responding variable here, right? The manipulated variable and responding variable, right? You need to know, identify what is the RV, what is MV, right? So now hypothesis is the smart guess that you are going to guess what is the conclusion, not conclusion, what is the outcome of this result. So you can say when RV increasing, the greater, I normally like the greater the MV, the larger or the smaller, right? The greater the RV. Normally I'm going to write it this way. So can be correct or wrong. It is your smart guess, right? Your smart guess is, you are smart, your smart guess will be correct, right? If your smart guess is you're not so smart, then you can guess it wrongly. But anyhow you write it, it will be okay, right? Because you haven't do the experiment, right? Who know the answer is the smart guess you guess it is not correct. Sometimes I also guess it wrongly. So now we got this question here. So we are going to do how to plan the experiment. The experiment to investigate the relationship between the oscillation period T, right, of the pendulum box here, pendulum bob here, and the length of the pendulum bob. So I want to see this pendulum bob when it is 10 cm. I put it to here and then let go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I want to see how long it takes. If I put 20 cm, I want to see how long it takes. 10 oscillation. I want to put 30 cm, I want to see how long it takes. So whether the length and the oscillation period got any relationship or not, I want to study this. Alright, so of course you ask me, teacher, what is oscillation period? Okay, we are going to see what is oscillation period. Here, this one I got a pendulum bob, right? So this pendulum bob here, okay, now when I start to swing to here, I bring it to here, then it will come into here, and then come into here, and then come into here, and then go back to my original position, meaning that the pendulum bob is going to go through here and then come back to here. We are going to call it one period, one complete period, one oscillation period. So we call it as 1t, one oscillation, one period, 1t. All right, one time. T comes from the word of time. But why teacher not small t? Why teacher not small t? Because they are not time. They are period. We call it period. So that's why we use big T, capital letter of T. Now, if you start from here, right, you have to go here, to here, to here, to here, then it will consider as one complete oscillation. Right? This is called one complete oscillation. So I want to study the length. This length and the complete oscillation got difference, got what relationship. So now normally when we got this one already, we are going to write. We are going to identify when you do the question, you are going to identify the manipulated variable and responding variable. So now where to get the manipulated variable and responding variable, you are going to get it from the graph here. The graph here, T against L. What is T? T square. What is T? T is, I check here. The question got give you. Right? TO oscillation period. And L is length of the pendulum. And you must memorize here, right? This one here and here. This one always your RV, responding variable. And then this one always your manipulated variable. Always. This one is your manipulated variable and this one is your responding variable. Okay. Now, when I am going to do it here, so manipulated variable, oh, I see manipulated variable. I see the graph. What do they ask me? The manipulated variable. This one versus this one. This is responding. Y-axis. This is x-axis. Manipulated variable. So this one is your manipulated variable. So this one is your manipulated variable. You are going to come back to here. Manipulated variable. You are going to copy from here. The length of the pendulum bob, L. The length of the pendulum bob, comma L. Comma L need to put in or not? Yes. Don't leave the L behind, the symbol behind. Don't leave it. You must put it in. Why? I'll tell you later. The responding variable, right? It is here, T. Don't write T square. Just write T. Oscillation period T. Oscillation period, comma T. Copy exactly what do they have. Right? Just copy from here. Question give you. Right? So since we got this one, so I am going to read the procedure for you. Alright, this one, retort stand, the list of material and apparatus, retort stand, G-clamp, spring, clamp, tripod stand, stopwatch, and so on. And now I want you to know, right? First one, no mark one. This procedure 3 mark. Where is the 3 mark? So what you need to write here, it is first one, right? First one, the pendulum is displaced to one side for 10.0 cm distance and release so that it will oscillate. Right? So this one you must write. First one is manipulated with value. And decimal correct must be correct decimal point. With correct decimal point. You must write the procedure. Yeah. This one I want to tell you. Last few years, not KSSM start 2 years ago. Last 2 years, no physics, no procedure, no need to write procedure. 2001, 2002, no. This year, 2003, yes. All right, already come out the question. All right, they are doing light. All right, the chapter 6, light. So it need to write the procedure. Right. So the procedure, you just need to write something very, very simple. Right. You don't need to make it long. Right. You need to write manipulated variable with correct decimal. And then you need to write, record the responding variable with apparatus. Mean record the responding. What is record the responding? Record the oscillation period, which is responding variable. Responding variable. You record it with stopwatch. Okay, now correct decimal. Now I want you to know, right, what is correct decimal? How? Right? How to do the correct decimal? So I want you to look at me. Yeah. Now you see a ruler, right here. That's right. So let's say I take here. Now you got a reading here. No. Hey, wait. I use another way. Don't want to use this one. This one is tough for you to see. Susah. I go online search. It's here. Ruler. Okay. Take this one. This one is more clear. So you see how many decimal do we have? All right, I want you to know how many decimal do we have. So this one is 2. 2.1. This is 2. 2.1 here, 2.1, 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, 2.4, 2.5, and so on, right? So can you read 2.11? 2.1 is here. 2.1 cannot read 2.11. 2.15, teacher, middle. No middle. Don't say got middle. Right? I don't want to see what middle. Teacher, the reading is at the center here. 2.15. No. 2.15, you take it as 2.2. Right? No half one. Cannot take half one. Right? Don't tell me got half. No, huh? So no half mean you can read how many decimal? 2.1, 2.2. You can read 2.1, 2.2, 2.3. So you can read just one decimal only. One decimal point. Don't put 2 decimal point. 2 decimal point mean you are wrong. Okay. So if I say stopwatch. Alright. Here. This is the 2 things that we are going to use. Now, normally we are going to use this one. Or this one is the digital one. So we take about this one. Alright. You can see this one. 5, 5.1, 5.2, 5.3, 5.4. No. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright. 5.2, 5.4, 5.6, 5.8, 6, 6.2, 6, 10. So you can read one decimal for this case. For this case, you can read one decimal. Right? If you are doing this, right? This, you can read 11.16. You don't write 11.16. You have to write, this one is 11, second, 11.16 divided by 60. Right? 16 divided by 60, you will get. Why? Because 60 second will give you 1 minute. Right? Calculator. 16 divided by 60. So you're gonna write it as 11.27. This one is 11.27. Right? Second. Like that. Right? So you have to write it this way. But normally they will not give you this one. And it can this year some of the school give this one, right? Digital one, right? But seldom. Alright. Alright. So as you know how to calculate this one already, the decimal already. So you see the ruler that we use, right? The ruler that we use must be 1 decimal, no 2 decimal. When you tabulate your data, must be 1 decimal. Right? And then the stopwatch that we use here, right? See 5, right? Here you can see here it is. This case is 5 is here, 6 is here, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5, you don't have 5.2. How many decimal? How many decimal do you think it is? How many decimal it is? So it will be, how many decimal do you have? You see, for this case, this is a stopwatch. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. How many decimal do you think in this case? Answer me. How many decimal do you think it is in this case? How many decimal do you think it is in this case? Now answer me. How many decimal do you think? How many decimal do you think it is in this case? How many decimal? What do you think? How many decimal? Hello? If you are not my student, also can answer. 1 decimal. Mean 1 decimal. You can read 5.2 or not? You can read 5.2? 5.3? 5.3? Can read? Do you think you can read 5.3 here? You see 5 is here. 6 is here. 7, 8, 9, 10. So this case is no decimal. No decimal. So no decimal. Teacher, the just now you show us got decimal. Yes. Different apparatus will give you different decimal. So when you answer, you have to answer accordingly. Answer according to your apparatus. Okay? This one is the school do experiment, so you have to follow. Alright? So as you understand how many decimal already, now we are going to do the experiment here. Now 10 oscillation period. So you are going to let the pendulum to oscillate, right? And then 10 oscillation period. So when you do, all right, so why I need to do oscillation period 10, right? So I need to explain to you, which is now you see, let's say you got one pendulum bob from here, and then you release it, it come to here, and here it take 1 second. So the original, the suppose that you have, the perfect one oscillation period will be 1 second. All right, 1 second. Mana tahu your hand shake. You press the stopwatch jam randi you press not tune. All right, not tune mean you come to here, and then come to here. 1 second it's come to here 1.1. Oh, cikgu, the T is 1.1 second. Mean it is your hand, not June, got error. It is, this one is actually called random error. The random because of you get it. You make a mistake on your own, not June. Your hand's not so sensitive compared to the machine. So you must have this one. So how to avoid this one? Not avoid, how to reduce this one? How to reduce this error? So what I do is I am going to do, I don't want to do 10 period. I don't want to do 1 period. I do 1 second, 2 second, 3 second, 4 oscillation, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, 10. It's supposed to be 10. But I not June. All right, I got a bit error. So I'll get my 10 period. 10 period, 10 oscillation, complete oscillation period. I take 10 second, but got some mistake, a bit of mistake. So now I want to divide it. This one divide it. So I'll get one oscillation period is 10.1 divided by 10. 10.1 divided by 10. 10.1 divided by 10. Mean my oscillation period is 1.01. 1.01. My oscillation period is 1.01 second. So compare the real answer. First one is more accurate, or second one is more accurate? Of course, the second one. Why? Why I need to do 10 oscillation? Teacher, why I need to do 10 oscillation? Because I want to reduce the error. This error accidentally extra 0.1 second will evenly distribute to 10 oscillation day. 10 this one, no, your error is one people tanggung, one tanggung only. This one 10% tanggung. You don't feel it. You don't feel it. So this one I want to reduce it. That's why we do 10 oscillation period. That's why we do 10 oscillation period. All right. Now come back to here. Now 1 mark, 2 mark already. Last mark. This one no mark. And then repeat the experiment, got 1 mark. Right. Experiment is repeated by manipulated. Repeat experiment with, right, manipulated variable with 4 values, right, with decimal correct. So when you repeat the experiment, you must say, repeat the experiment with manipulated. What is my manipulated? Manipulated will be length. We repeat with 4 value, 20, 30, 40, 50. Why 4 value? Because SPM need 5 value. 1, 2, 3, 4, including this one, you got 5 different point of plot. You plot 5 different dot there. So when you plot the graph. And this is the explanation of the experiment. And then this is, what is the oscillation period? T is given as T mean divided by 10. What is T mean? T mean is T1 plus T2 divided by 2, right? So now I want to do the experiment already, and I want to put it smaller so that easier for me to write. Okay. Now, how to tabulate the data? First of all, it is the manipulated must be at the left hand side. This side manipulated. And then this side, right hand side, must be responding variable. Manipulated responding variable. And the manipulated variable, we know that it is length. Length. Right? Short in cm. Length in cm. Teacher, need to write length of the pendulum. No need. Teacher, why no need? Because what is length? What is L? L is length of the pendulum bob. If you don't believe, you go read the question lah. Length of the pendulum bob, L. It's not I said one, the question said one. Right? That's why you need to copy. If you don't copy this, mean you have to write this. You write L, apply to L. I don't know what is L. I don't know what is L. So you need to put length of the pendulum bob in to here. Right? And then the second one will be They will tell you, all right, this one put in T1, T2, T mean T square, right? Apply to T1, apply to T2, cikgu, I don't know, never mind. We do it slowly one by one. T1, and then T2, T1, T2, and then T mean, T1, T2, T mean, and then T, and then lastly T square. T square. And need to put unit in. T time is second square, S square. Alright, just now I didn't put the unit here. So this one is T is in second. T mean also in second. T mean also in second. Alright. T mean in second. T1, T2 also in second. T1, T2, it is in second. Alright. So as this one got mark 1, you need to be very, very careful. All of this one is content of mark 1. Right. Now I want to put in the value already. Now L, length. Length, we do the experiment as 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 0.0. Right. So everything have to be in. 10, 0.0, 20.0, 30.0, 40.0, 50.0, right? So make sure the decimal is correct. T1, this is the first time first reading. You do the oscillation, right? You do the complete oscillation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The question set. You do 10, then it take this one about, I can see here is about 6 seconds. Right, 6 seconds. So cannot write decimal, no decimal. Why no decimal? I explained to you already. So this one will be how many? Oh, 6 seconds. This one is 6 seconds. Decimal? No. No decimal. Right? T2 letter. Right? Oh, never mind. I put here. T2. How much is T2? T2 here is 5, 6, 7, 8 second. Here the second reading will, when length is 20, when length is equal to 20, I find it this is 9, this is 9. 9 and 9. I read it as 9. Here I read as 10 and 12. 10 and 12. 10 and 12. Now when 40, it is 13 and 13. Lastly will be 15 and 15. Here no decimal, as I told you why. Now, T mean, cikgu, I don't understand T mean. Oh, never mind. T mean, apply to T mean. T mean divided by 10 is T. Oh, what is T mean? T mean is T1 plus T2 divided by 2. T1 plus T2 divided by 2. 6 plus 8. Right. 6 plus 8 divided by 2. 6 plus 8 divided by 2. Right. So you need to have 6 plus 8 equal, and then divided by 2, you got 7. Right. You got 7. So here it is 7. 7. And how many decimal? 1 decimal. Teacher, you said no decimal. When you divide, you need to have 1 decimal. You need to put in 1 decimal. Right? 1 more decimal than the previous one. This one no decimal means this one 1 decimal. I'll explain to you why later. Alright, 9 plus 9 divided by 2, you got 9.0. 10 plus 12 divided by 2, you got 11.0. 13 plus 13 divided by 2, you got 13.0. 15.0. Okay, now why? Teacher, why have to 1 more decimal? Right? If you 6 and then you do 3 times plus 7 plus 6, and then you divide it by 3, what will you get? So in calculator, what will you get? 6 plus 6 plus 7. 6 plus 6 plus 7. And then divided by 3. Then 6.33333, how many decimal do you have? So you need to add in one more decimal, meaning that this one no decimal, this one no decimal, then this one will be 6.31 decimal. You don't need 0.33333. No, right? Just one more decimal than the previous one before you get the average. Right? If this one is 6.0 plus 7.0 plus 6.0 divided by 3, so you get 6.33. This one decimal, you get the average, you get one more decimal than the previous one. That's all. Right? And then T. Apply to T. We go and find it. What is T? T is T mean divided by 10. Oh, T mean 7 divided by 10. So 7 divided by 10. 7 divided by 10, I got 0.70. Right? This one decimal, this one 2 decimal. You divide by 10. Right? 0.90. 0.11. No, not 0.11. 1.10. Right? 1.30. 1.50. Okay, this is what you get. You move one decimal, divide by 10. Move one decimal. One decimal. And then T square. Why need to T square? I will explain to you later. Right? No, I explain to you right now. Because if you don't plot T square, you will not get a straight line. When you plot a T square, then you will get a very good straight line. Perfect straight line. That's why they plot T square. So how much is the T square here? Right? 0.7 square. 0.7 square. I get 0.49. 0.49. 749, right? 0.49. 0.81. 1.21. 1.69. 15 square. 2.25. Right? So I get this value all in already. This table will give you how many marks? SPM will give you 5 to 6 marks. In paper 3, you got 15 marks. This one is already 5 to 6 marks. 1/3 of the question's mark. Right? Very, very important. Make sure the symbol, the unit, the decimal, all you know how to do. So now come back to here today. The most important part, right? How to plot a graph. How to plot a graph, huh? So now we are going to plot. They asked me to plot T squared against L, right? T squared, meaning that this one have to be T squared here. Have to be T squared. This one have to be T squared. And then this one have to be L. L no need so long, right? I see the T squared. The minimum is 0.49. The maximum is 2.25. So 0.25. 2.25. So here I put it 0.1, 2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 6, 0.7, 0.8, 0.9, 1, 1.0, 1.1, 1.2, not enough. So I have to 0.2 first, right? I put it as 0.2 here. 2. Here, 0.2. This is 0. 0.4 here. 0.6 here. I told you maximum is 2.25, right? 2.4, cukup. This one is called T square. Make sure your y-axis in. Make sure the unit is in. Second square. The title no need to write. In your small text in school, you need to write. In SPM, no need to write because they will write for you. Right? This one, the length. We come back to the length. Length is the manipulator. Manipulator always at the x-axis, as I told you. This is 0. You write it. 0. Right? This is 10.0 cm. And then 20.0, 30.0, 40.0, E, 50.0. Alright, I got 5 point enough. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And then the x-axis all in. Now I want to plot the graph already. Now, a lot of you find the difficulty when you plot the graph, right? 10, 0.49. Mana itu 0.49 oh. 0.2, 0.221, 2223, 24, 25, deduction, right? If you find that some of you very good, all right, some of you are 0.2, right, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.5, 0.49, agak-agak here. You know agak-agak here. But to make sure you know how to plot, you calculate how many petak first. How many boxes here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, you got 10 boxes here. 0.2 divided by 10, you get 0.02. This number is very, very important. So I want to plot 0.49. 0.49, I divided by 0.402. Right, I want to see how many petak do I need. So what do I have is 0.49 divided by 0.02. You get 24.5 petak. 25 petak like that. 24.5. 10, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4. Somewhere like here. Somewhere here. Somewhere here. Right. 20, 21, 22, 23. I make it bigger. Easier for me to plot. Right. 10, 20, 25, 24, somewhere like that. First plot, right? So I want to say, see the second one. Second one is at 1, 0.81. Same thing, 0.81, 0.81 divided by 0.02. I want to see how many petak. 0.81. 0.81 normally I write 0.81 divided by 0.02. So I need 40. I just need 40. 40. So 10, 20, 30, 40. 40.5 like here. 0.5 here. 0.81. Right? When 30, I want to see when 30 how much? 30, 1.21. 1.21. So same thing, 1.21, I'm going to do 1.21 divided by 0.02. Okay, 60.5. Oh, I go find 60.5. Mana itu 60.5. 10, 20, 30, 40, 60.5. Here, somewhere here. Here, 1.69 and 2.25. Remember these two numbers, 1.69 and 2.25. 1.69 divided by 0.02. 1.69 divided by 0.02. I'll get it as E. I'll get 84.5. I go find 84.5. Right, this is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. 84.5. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Right? 80.1 to 80.5 here. Right? 80.5. I'm not sure. 84.5, sorry. Sorry, 84.5. 84, 1, 2, 3, 4. 85, 84.5 is here. I got here. 2.25, right? This is 80, 90, 100, right? 2.25 divided by 0.02. 112.5, right? This is 100, 100, 1, 0, 111, 112, 112.5. It is about here. It is about here. So I get all the value in already. All the plot in already. Everything just in already. Okay. Hey, number 30, something like not so correct, huh? I go double check, huh? Number 3, 1.21. 1.21, you see how I check, huh? 1.21, 1.21 divided by 0.02. I'll get 60.5, right? 10, 20, 30, 40, 60. 60.5. Or 121, 60.5. 11 square, right? 1.1 square, 1.1 square. 1.21 correct lah. 60.5, nothing wrong. Right, this one is nothing wrong. So when I got this value in already, so I want to plot the value. I want to plot the graph. So now what I have is, when I plot the graph, you see, this is what we have. Right? This is what we have. Okay? This is what we have. So now what you need to do is you need to find the best fit. You see, the point is very far away. If you join this one, the last point here, deduct June, cannot. So now you have to be best fit. What is called best fit? What is called best fit? I use this way to draw it for you first. When you draw the best fit, meaning that the point not you cannot jumpo like that, right? You cannot sambong like that, right? This one you get 0 mark. No, cannot. Right? So you need to find the best fit. Best fit means not necessarily even go through one point. So now you see, if I draw it like that, okay, go through one point. Now you see this value. I called it as, this one is the graph. This one is the graph line that I draw. This one is above. You got 3 points is above the graph, and then 1 point is down here. So 1, 2, 3 versus 1, it is not balanced. Had to be 2, 2, all right, or 2, 1, all right, or 1, 2, or 2, 2, like that. So or 3, 2, or 2, 3, cannot. 1, 4, not balanced. Right? If you draw it like that, you will not get a mark. So what I do is, I want to draw here. This one, I find the best fit. Now I do it this way. You see, I adjust a little bit here. Okay. Now this is my line that I have drawn. Drawn. This one is down. This one is down. This one is up. This one is up. This one is up. So you see, this viewpoint, I want you to see this viewpoint. This one quite far away. So this one have to be quite far away. Okay, these two balance up. Right? This one some sort like kena a bit. So this one is above. Right? This one above. This one is above a little bit. So still not so balanced. So I need to draw it slightly upward. It's better. Right? But like that is better than just now. Okay, so now I want to draw already. You see how I draw? I know my line way already. I got here. Okay, now I draw my line. You see, right now, I guess it is better. Right? You see this point and this point are quite far away. Down far, up far. And then this one is almost kena. This one almost kena. So still got one extra. Not so accurate, but still okay lah. Better than just now. So this is called a best fit line. You see, not even go through even 1 point. Not even go through 1 point. Alright? So now I have to go fast. Now the question that next they want to ask you is calculate the gradient of the graph. Right? Calculate the gradient of the graph. When you calculate the gradient of the graph, you have to draw something like here. I draw from here. Right? Draw the biggest triangle. Right? Draw a biggest triangle. and you calculate the gradient. Make sure it is 90 degree, right? So I want to calculate the gradient, so I need to have this point, right? This is 2, 2.2, 2.4, 2.6, 2.8, about 2.8, right? 2.8. No, right? This is 2, this is 2.02, 04, 06, 08, 2.08. Yeah, it's 2.08. So the gradient gonna be, how to calculate the gradient? Gradient gonna be 2.08 minus 0. Why minus 0? The highest point minus the slowest point over x value, right? X value is 50.0 minus 0.0. Okay, the decimal must be correct, right? Then you divide. So take out your calculator, 2.08 divided by 50. 2.08 divided by 50. 2.08 and then divide by 50. So you get 0.0416. The answer is 0.0416. 0. M. Right, what is the unit? The unit is very important. The unit is here, x square. This one it is, this one is time. I didn't write down. Time, not time, length in cm. Right? So this one is in cm. So this one is second square. The unit here is second square. Second square. And this one is, the unit is cm. So what is the unit? So what is the unit? As I told you last week, it is s square cm minus 1. This is the unit that we gotta use. The gradient of graph. Just now when I taught you, I don't put in gradient. I don't put in unit. Now I am going to put in the unit. Right? When you do the exam, you have to put in the unit also. Alright, so now I want to continue to do this, right? Later I'll go give you the quiz. If you are PTSC student, you write PTSC at the front. If you are not, you are welcome to join. You can see your result, how much will you learn in this progress. So about 9:15 like that. Let me finish all of these questions first. Right, here got something wrong here. This one cancel. T squared is equal to 4 pi squared over L over 100g. Right, given pi is 3.142. Find the gravitational acceleration. Find the g. Find the g. How to find the g? Alright, so how to find the g? So we got the formula t squared is equals to 4 pi square L over 100g. So now you see y, this one is called y is equals to m x plus c. Alright, what is y is the mx plus c? Y, here y t squared. M is your gradient. X is your L. X is your L. This is X is your L. So meaning that this one is your M, gradient. Y is equal to M X plus C. Apply to C, no C. Why no C? Because it go through 0. No C. That's why it has no C. So now you got the gradient right. You got the gradient right. So how much is the gradient? The gradient is 4 pi square over 100g. Right? 4 pi square over 100g is your gradient. Gradient of the graph. Right? So gradient of graph is 0.0416. 0.0416 is equal to 4 pi square over 100 over G. G, I go up time, become time. G is here. 0 0.4, 0.0416 is equal to 4 pi squared over 100. This one go down, we can divide. So G is calculator. 4 pi squared. 4 pi, they give 3.142 times 3.1142 and then square. Divide by 100. And then divided by 0.0416. You get 0.0398. What did I do wrong? Right, one more time. I press one more time. 4 times 3.142 square divided by 100 equal. Divide by 0.0416. 0.0416. You got 9.36. 9.36, 9.36. You see, this one is actually divide 100. It is in change the meter to cm. Right? So your unit here is cm, so already changed to 100. It is over meter already. So your answer will be M. Terbalik ms -2. This is accelerations unit. This is acceleration unit. In fact, our Earth gravity, the value that the scientists do is 9.81. So I got 9.36 in my experiment. Boleh lah. Not so accurate, but at least I got that result. Okay. Now what happened to the, now question asks you, what happened to the period of oscillation is the mass is increased. Just now I press here 100 gram, let's say. Here this experiment I put 100 gram. Now I put 200. Answer is no effect. Why no effect? Because this is a formula. The formula is not related to, the formula is T square is equals to 4 pi square L over G. So the original formula will be T is equals to 2 pi L over G. You will see this formula. Because of I squared it, I square this one, 2 become 4 pi square. I square this one, become L over G. That's why I got Y is equal to M X plus 0. It go through 0, directly proportional. So I get this formula. Why I get this formula? Because I want to do it in a straight line. The original formula, you see the pendulum formula is related to L, not related to mass. How big the mass? No matter. No change. So answer is no change. So answer is no change. So no change. Right? You put lighter, put heavier, no change. Alright. What is the precaution step that you need to take in this experiment? When you take the reading, you need to make sure the ice is perpendicular to the reading to avoid parallax error. What is parallax error? The parallax error, like the parallax error, when you measure these, alright, you read like that, right? You read like that, okay? Then not June. Your eyes, make sure your eye is perpendicular to the reading so that you can read properly. Right? That one is called parallax error. Okay. This one I'll send it to you into the group. You don't need to worry. Alright, we do quickly do some question before we do some quiz. So I need to do it fast. I'm sorry. The diagram shows the graph V against the T. V versus the T. V is like that. Like that, it is called inversely, no. Directly is go straight, no. The gradient of the graph. What is gradient of the graph? Gradient of the graph is the slope, the gradient of the graph. The gradient of the graph is like that. The gradient of the graph increase when t increase, yes, betul. The gradient of the graph decrease, no. Right? When will be decrease? So when the graph look like this, you see the graph, the gradient of the graph, gradient of the graph, gradient of the graph, gradient of the graph decrease like that. The slope getting flatter and flatter. That one is called decreasing. Okay, so this one answer will be C. All right, I want to do the second one. All right, second question. Second question is y is equals to mx plus c. Y is v. Oh, v. Oh, give me v. Cannot do anything. M, I don't know. Right, but I know it is negative letter. I know it is negative. Positive, no need to see. Negative, negative m, x. X is t. Something t. Plus c. C is p. Plus p. Plus p. Got negative. Oh, you are the guy. Answer is C. Answer is C. Right? Why? Right? Why? M is negative, and then x is t plus p. The only one guy that can have this. If you want to calculate the gradient, it will be negative of this value, negative of this value, negative of p over y value, q. Negative p over q. That's your gradient. All right. So we are going to see next here, right? Now, just now I told you we got a formula here, right? T is equals to 2 pi sub L over G. If you square it, you get T squared, 2 pi become 4 pi squared, and then L over G. So Y is equals to M X plus 0. Plus 0 means go through 0. Go through 0. T squared is equals to mx plus c. So this one is the answer. Right? This one is linearly no. Right? No. Right? So answer will be C. I hope I'm not too fast. In fact, I'm fast. This one I don't want to do yet. This one is including the front part that I asked you. No, not I asked you. I taught you before. Right? Last 2 weeks. If those who join, you just view my video right now, the live right now, you want to see this one, it is, you can go my YouTube channel to find it. Right here, this one, the first lesson, second lesson, you can find it. And if you want to join my tuition, right, you can go click the comment there. You can check the Google form. All right, and it is free right now. I want to do a brief promotion. It is free for February, right? And then March only 49 ringgit 90 cents, right? If you compare to other tuition center, it will be very, very cheap. But if you register after March, it will be 65 ringgit. So if you want, you have to register before 28th of January. February. So make sure you register first. Right, so we are going to do some quiz. All right, you are welcome to join, even you are not my student, right? Or even you are from 5 or you are from 4, yeah, you are welcome to join. So we are going to do the question here. Yeah. Okay. All right. So you click the link in the group, or you click the link in the YouTube will be okay. All right. Click to join it. Click this link to join my quiz. All right. You can see how much you understand. All right. Quiz. join the quiz. Join it right now. If you are from PTSC student, all right, so now I want to tell you here, like if Kendrick, you are here, you can see from 4-1, Kendrick, you need to put 11, PTSC 11, so that when I key in your number, it will be easier. So others, if you want, then you need to put in your number, If you're not PTSC, you don't put in number. Kendrick. Right, other, if you want to join, you can join. Right? If you don't want, then I want to start already. I'll wait for a little while. If you don't want to join, I will start already. So you can click it to join fast. Come on, anyone? Click the link to join the quiz right now. I give you 3 more minutes to join. 3 more minutes. Fast. Click the link to join. Come on. If I start already, you cannot join, I'll put a turtle first. You guys like turtle. Come on. Any other? Any other? No more, then I start already. Right. I'll wait for 1 more minute for you. No more, then I start already. If I don't, it is no matter whether you are my student or not my student. As long as you watch it, you can join it. You join it, you can test on your own whether you understand or not. That's all. No need to be shy. Chocolate, 10, 9, 8, 7, 5, 2, 1. Okay, start. Some of you are done. Okay, good. Joanna, next time when you do the quiz you write, because you are new here, Joanna, you put 20 you see Kendrick put 11 no? Alright, next time easier for me to do the marking. Alright, how many mark I am easier for me to key in. So you write PTSC 20. Right? You write PTSC 20 Joanna. You're right. Okay, so I review the question from you right now. This one is y is directly proportional to x, right? Easy. Everybody get correct here. Okay, this one both of you get correct. So linearly, right? Increasing linearly to 1 over the q. P is linearly increasing to 1 over q. Two of you get correct. Okay, very good. So this is you see this one. This is 1 over m. 1 over m, sorry. M is directly proportional to 1 over n. If you want directly, this one is increasing linearly, mean not go through 0. No. So inversely proportional to n, boleh. Right? Or the other one is directly proportional to 1 over n. M is directly proportional to 1 over n. Or inversely proportional to n. M is inversely proportional to n. Right? I hope you can memorize. Next one, right? R is inversely proportional to d square. This one both of you get correct. Very good. Right? So which one is following is correct? Both of you get correct. So this one is this one susah one you guys can do. V is V. Y is equals to mx plus c. This one y is mx plus c. Y is equals to mx plus c. Your y is v. M is negative something. X is t plus c. C is p. Something something p over q. This one is your answer. Right? Yeah, both of you get correct. Very good. So now this one both of you get wrong. Okay. this one is slightly harder. T is equals to 2 pi square root of L over G. So I need to square it. I square both sides. T square is equals to 4 pi square. And then third no more. Because I squared it no more. L over G I write to here. Right? This is Y is equals to M X right plus C. C is 0, not going through. It is not like that, right? So left T square and this one, right? So answer will be which one? Answer will be this one. Why this one? Because this one is L square. So should be L only. This one is T square, right? T square and then L. Y is a mx x. This is M. The gradient I don't know how much, but it is M. Right? So answer is C. Not so clear. Cannot see properly. Probably I need to that one rearrange it. Which of the following sequence is process of the scientific investigation is true? Right? You got problem, statement, and then you got procedure. You write the procedure first, you observe, then you discuss. Right? If you got problem, you got procedure, you got discuss. After you discuss, you baru do the experiment, observe it. No. Yet, what is discussion? Discussion is, oh, what should I do? Just now I got mistake when I observe, when I do the experiment, like I do one period of oscillation only, not enough, not June. Alright, so I need to do 10 oscillation. So this is a discussion after you have done your experiment. So answer it is A. Right, next one. Which of following is correct? Alright, two of you correct. V is manipulated x-axis, and then P is inversely proportional to V. Yeah, betul. Very good. Right, which graph is P is inversely proportional to Q? Here, this one. Cannot touch, I told you cannot touch, Good, very good. This one, some of you, this one susah. No choice. This one susah, but some of you still can do. Right, I time it in. The resistance of wire R is given a temperature theta as an equation of R is equals to 1 plus Q theta, whereas these P and Q are constant. The y-axis R against. They said R against theta. They said one, not I said one. I don't know. Right? The y-intercept is maybe like that. I don't know. So R, I time it in, is equals to P plus PQ theta. I rewrite the position. R is equals to PQ theta plus P. So isn't it equals to Y is equals to MX plus C? This is Y, yes, Y. This is X, yes, X. Mean this one is M, PQ is M, and then P is C, P is C. Yeah, P is C. This one is gradient, gradient. This one is nothing. This one is nothing. This one is P is your intercept. Slightly harder. You can see slightly harder. Alright, so this one not area under the graph. It is gradient. You find change of the y divided by change of x. This method is used to find the gradient of the graph. Y divided by x, not area. Okay, gradient. So I said measure the time for 20 complete oscillation of the mass of slotted weight. Why 20? What? Not 1, right? So to reduce the uncertainty. So another word, it is to make it more accurate. Right? Next one. Hypothesis is a statement that can be correct, can be wrong. Alright. So like just now I told you the hypothesis, pendulum bob, right? So when I get bigger, so I said the bigger it takes slower time to complete one oscillation. Right? The period will be shorter, longer. But in the experiment, I do it or I find it, no, the mass no effect. It is still the same. Hypothesis can be correct or can be wrong. Right? After you do the experiment, the conclusion is correct or wrong. Right? Conclusion baru correct. Okay. Right. And then lastly, last question. Drawing a graph from the data collected, it is called analyzing of data. Analyzing. This one recording data is called, right? What is recording data is you put your table and then you collect the data. This is manipulated variable, put in how much, like just now we put in the value, and then responding variable, we put in the value. This is recording the data. Analyze the data is drawing graph. Okay, very good. Both of you get correct. 7 was playing Cladder in the park. He found that the Cladder sing slowly. What is the thing that he should do to state the commencing on the investigation? So he need to do all of these 3 hypotheses, inference, and variables first, right? Before he do the experiment. Yes, you are correct. Right? One of them only cannot. You cannot. Right? So I can say both of you are doing okay. Let me see. Let me see your result. This is your result. Can read, not bad. You get 13 correct. Right. Joanna, Deborah, you get 11. Still need to improve. But overall quite okay already. Overall quite okay. Is there any question that you want to ask me? Is there any question that you want to ask me? 11. 13. Any question before I end the class? And the result, I will send it into the group, or you can click it by the WhatsApp group here. This group, here. I cannot show you here. The WhatsApp group, the link there, right? You can see, you can click the description, the link there, right? Then you click it, then you can see it. I will update it, right? If you see, this time, sometimes it is like that, I will put it like that, sometimes it is from 4, sometimes it's from 5, sometimes I update it, from 5 this is from 5 students, they do 1 only, you guys from 4 you can check your result at here, right? So chapter 1 complete already. I have finished it already. So most of you are doing well, right? But the new joiner got problem. Okay. Any question before I end the class? Any question? Any question? Yeah. Before I end the class, I want to tell you one more thing. So March there will be no more free tuition. Right, you need to pay tuition fee. You know, I guess you know. And then second thing is March, from March, you need to provide your email. I will send a Google form to you that you fill in. If not, you don't have the email, you must have Gmail. No Gmail, you cannot join even you got the link, but you cannot join. So you must provide me the Gmail, right? Please fill in the form letter. Right, I will send it when I done. About maybe today, tomorrow, see how. Any question? If no question, then I am going to stop here. No? Alright, if not, then see you next week.
我们下课了，李老师累了，你们也上了2个钟头的课了，看线收看，我们下期再见，我们下课。